y'all. Welcome back. It's Drea Talk. I'm your host, Drea. Hey, I know I've been kind of away for a little minute, just a tad bit. Just kind of been having some little personal things that I've been doing, doing a little dating. Yes, I've been doing a little dating. Um, yeah, nothing bad to say about it. But I do want to chime in and just say I've been working on my single, trying to get that out before Christmas, as well as the video. You guys will definitely be posted on that. And also, I had a modeling gig. Yeah, so you can follow me on I am Drea Nicole on Instagram. And you can see me do my walk. I did a high fashion show, so it was kind of dope. Hadn't done it in so long. And you can follow me on Facebook at Facebook at Drea Boss Mylan. I don't know where, what my social media is right now. Anyway, forgive me. Probably a little tongue twisted because I haven't done this in a little second. But today, I really want to talk about some things that I've experienced the past week. And it has to do with stress and post-trauma and just envy and jealousy and trying to stay on track to succeed and accomplish your goals that you have set for your life. There's a lot of mental illness. There's a lot of people that have been through trauma in their life, and some people deal with trauma, post-trauma well, mental stress well, having a lot of things on their plate well. And then there are those people that don't know how to deal with it. So then that's when we have depression and, stress and anxiety and things like that. That's really should be addressed in our world. It's very common. A lot of us have PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome, and or disorder, and it's not talked about. We've all been through a lot. We've all seen a lot. Even just on television, there's a lot of traumatic things that happen on the news and things like that that can basically trigger some people's mental and put them in a state that they don't even know how to deal with it. So we're going to touch on that a little bit. I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, and I'm definitely not a doctor. However, I have been through my own trauma. I've been through a lot of distress and trauma and mental, abuse and things like that. So I basically want to touch on that a little bit. I think a lot of times when you're in a relationship, I even talked to my mom about this last night. I'm like, do you tell everything to somebody that you're dating? Do you tell everything? Do you tell every situation you've been through and what is done to you and how you got through it, or do you not? And my mom had something to say. My mom was like, well, you shouldn't always tell. There are certain things people just don't ever say, that happen to them personally, and it's their own prerogative whether they want to disclose that or not. Me personally, my whole life, I've always displayed to people that I'm in a relationship with or that I care about, how I feel, what I've kind of been through. And because to me, it's a testament on how far you can come from things that have happened in your past that have held a lot of people back. There are certain things that I've been through that some people wouldn't have been able to live through. Some people would have probably just been strung out on drugs or so depressed that they are homeless, couldn't take care of their responsibilities, on medications and things like that. And not that there's anything wrong with being on medication, it's just that I've been able to overcome all of that, all of my adversities and past post traumas and things like that without any kind of medication or anything like that. It doesn't mean that I don't still sometimes revisit or I don't have triggers. It's just how I deal with them and how I cope with them, and then just my coping mechanisms. And I'm going to give you some of those things today. Hopefully it can help some people that maybe you don't take medicine, or you don't feel like medicine is the only way for you to be able to get through it, and you would like to have other alternatives in getting through certain circumstances and situations that mentally you just can't deal with. Like you just don't know how to get through. Maybe you're having panic attacks or anxiety, high anxiety, and depression, and you just want to know, how is there any way that I can kind of subside this without being on any kind of medications? And I can give you some tools that I've used, and we're going to get to that in a minute. Okay, so like basically I just wanted to talk about like, okay, so this week, I did the show. It was amazing. I had an amazing time doing the show. I also had an amazing time being able to share that with social media and share that with my friends and family and people that know of me to do this in the past, and just me revisiting my dreams again. And it was really exciting, and it's a huge stepping stone for me to get back into the game of modeling. But anyway, moving forward, so there were some things happening, some people feeling some type of ways, and you know how that goes. Sometimes you reach certain levels of success or certain milestones that you've come to, and you're just like excited about it, and you may confide that in people, and they may see that. And some people can become envious. Some people may not take your news very well because they themselves have some hangups that they don't really like about themselves. So they display hatred or jealousy, envy. And me, the way that I am, I'm like a loving person. I honestly absolutely hate feeling like I can't motivate people, if that makes sense. Like my whole goal in life is to do what I'm doing to motivate and to try to help the next person. I like to pay things forward. I've said that in other videos. Pay it forward. When you're blessed, pay it forward. You know what I mean? Give that to someone else. Help someone else. If we all did that in this world, we have a better place. So I was kind of a little down about that. That kind of upset me. I talked to close friends of mine, the guy I'm dating, like my mom, my dad. And my dad's like, with success comes hatred. With success comes those things, envy, jealousy. And it just kind of like made me think, like, why is that though? Like, why is it that we can't be happy for each other's success? Why is it we can't lift the next person up when they're doing something that they are happy about? Why can't we just motivate people to keep going when you see them doing something that they are in love with doing, or that they have been working their asses off so hard to do? Why? I can't fathom that, because I've never been that person that don't want to like lift a person up. I've always been like, I want to lift this young woman up, or this young man up, or this man up, or this older woman. And I don't know. I just have that desire to show love, if that makes sense. Be supportive. And sometimes when we're like this to people, it can take them to a mental state that could possibly upset them and put them in a place that's not such a good place. You know what I mean? I don't think people really understand, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't think people really understand how much you can hurt someone by being hateful. There are a lot of people that kill themselves or cut themselves or go to dark places and don't want to leave out to be around people, because us as humans, we don't care about people. Like the mass majority of people, it's a lot of people out here that just don't care, that will hate you for no reason, but will hate you for your skin tone, will hate you because you're a powerful woman, will hate you because you're a powerful man, will hate you because you have more money than them or more possessions than them, or that you're smarter than them, or they feel like you're more beautiful than them. That is a sickness. It is. And I hate that it's just an epidemic. I live in St. Louis, and when I say this is the hater capital, no one can convince me otherwise. I've lived in New York. I've lived in Arizona. I've frequently traveled to Vegas, Cali, Miami, Chicago, never have I felt the amount of haterism, jealousy, and envy that I feel living here in St. Louis. It's like, in order to succeed, and even when you're succeeding, it's always a continuous fight, because somebody's going to be gunning for you, because they don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you successful. They don't want to see you glowing. They don't want to see your light being bright. And that's sad. That is absolutely sick. That is a sickness. And I guess I'm coming here to say, like, I honestly almost allowed that to bring me to a level of depression, if that makes sense. I almost allowed that to bring me to a level of unhappiness when I was living at the highest point of my life over the past week. You know, people were gunning for me at work. They're gunning for my job. They don't like to take orders from me because I'm a manager. I'm a Black woman. Like, I go through a lot. And so it was a lot going on. My kids, it was a lot going on this week. And I finally reached my breaking point, and I became really emotional and just like kind of broken down. But I've been through this before, and I just felt the need to share with you some of the things that I have to do in order to like get past those traumatic things, or things that become triggers to make me get to a place where I feel like my mental is just all over the place, and it's starting to bother me to the point I'm just down. And the things I do, like, I meditate. I always call on a higher being. I don't know if you believe in a higher being, but I do. And I believe that you can actually call out your fears, your stress, your worry, your sickness, your sadness, and just put it all out into the universe, into God, and just be like, help me. Help clear my mind to understand where I should go. Put all the rest of that away and just concentrate on you and the inner you. A lot of meditation helps. You know what I mean? Like, just taking the time to be in a quiet space, turn off lights, light candles. If you believe in sage, light some sage. Takes away bad energy. Look into stones that are very popular about getting rid of bad energy, thick negative energy, and turn it into lighter energy for yourself. Become centered, become back centered. But one thing you can't do is stress about things that you cannot change. If it's something that's going on in your life and it's not within your power to change, let it go. You can't change it. But what you can do is do the things that you can change. Work on doing stuff that you can change, you personally. Stop taking on other people's burdens, other people's jealousies, other people's anger. That's not your problem. That's their problem. We can't allow other people's opinions to upset us and stop us from where we're supposed to be going. We got to keep going. We got to remain positive and centered and know what our purpose is and stay tunnel visioned. You know what I mean? So don't allow these people out here that are sick in the head, that want to bring you down, that want to tear you down emotionally, physically, to be in your life. Remove them. If somebody's in your life and they don't believe in you and they don't uplift you and they don't have your best interests at hand, leave them alone. That's the best thing you could do for your mental sanity and your mental health. Leave them alone. A lot of times our mental distress comes from people that we allow in our circle. Don't allow that to happen anymore. Let them go. Cut them off. And stay focused. Come up with a plan on what it is you want to do with your life. And you just stay on that path. Because in the end, it's all about you. If you're not happy, no one else can be happy. So I hope you guys got something from me today. Follow me again on I Am Drea Nicole on Instagram, and also Drea Boss Smiling on Facebook. Check the link below. I'll have both of those down there. And subscribe, like, and comment. Until next time.